Okay, good evening, everybody. We have an article here. It's from the Sunday's edition, and it's the park zoos expect a baby bump in springtime visitors. Okay, so we'll start here, and this is by Katie Silver of the Washington Post, and it goes on to say, watch the videos of the wobbly-legged cinnamon tuft brand new to the world bison calf, and then just try to remember what was stressing you out. The grass nibbling newborn awkwardly standing in the mountain-rimmed plains is visual diazepam. Not to mention the first born of the season at Custer State Park in the Black Hills of South Dakota. More than 400 other baby bison are expected to follow in May, bring the park's bison population to about 1,300. Since the March 22nd birth was announced, Mark Hendricks, Custer's resource program manager, says he's been increase in visitors. He's seen an increase in visitors seeking a dose of the baby animal cuteness. The animal viewing is the number one reason visitors go to the park, and odds are good they'll catch a glimpse of the bison herd when driving wildlife. Lost my place here. Driving Wildlife Loop Road, an 18-mile paved path that circles through wide open prairie and rolling hills. There, spotting bison isn't generally a matter of luck, Hendricks says. Rather, it's more your unlucky day if you don't see one, he says. That's not the only animal population that will be growing this spring at the park. In addition, Hendricks says that into the summer, visitors will be able to spot a newly minted white-tailed deer and mule deer, baby pronghorn antelope, elk calves, and bighorn lambs. As far as the little ones go, it should be a great year, Hendricks says. We've been really wet this spring. A lot of moisture. So we should have a lot of green grass for all the wildlife that'll be born in the park this year. Springtime means that baby animals' ewes are an overload. Here are just a few of the park zoos and farms where you might be able to get a glimpse of all the adorability from the significant distance that is. You should never approach wildlife in the wild, no matter what age. And it goes on to say, Yellowstone National Park. It goes, the lodges begin opening in the last weekend of April, and tourists slowly stream into the park, which is located home to the most free-roaming wildlife in any of the lower 48 states. This year, visitors can only be on the lookout for the bison calves born April to May, elk calves born May to June, and bighorn lambs born in May, and black bears and grizzly bears born in the winter, and finally peek out of the den with their mother around April or May. To up your odds of spotting some babies, head to the northern range of Yellowstone, including Lamar Valley, which has one of the largest concentrations of wildlife in the park. A number of park tours are available, including the Wake Up to Wildlife Tour, starting in late May, which features and then it goes on, continues on 4E. And this is the lifestyle section of the SACB. So, a little difficult read, but something from the Washington Post here, from reporter here, journalist here, Katie Silver. Okay.